Hey everybody, how you guys doing? It's your boy Me Boy and I'm back in the building. So basically today we are going to do a long overdue video that I always wanted to do. It's a Descendants review. Basically, I'm going to be like I'm sad that Descendants 3 was like the last of Descendants. I hope it's not. But yeah, I really love this. I really love the movies. I watched all three movies, 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to be reviewing 1, 2, 3. So first, let me start off. Spoilers, bro. 40 years ago, basically what happened is that Belle married her beast, and then they had a wedding and invited all their closest friends. And then instead of a honeymoon, Beast decided to get himself elected by all the other princes and princesses, and he became the king of the United States of America, or the United States of Ordon. And then he locked up all the villains, and then the thieves and murderers and stuff like that. And then he put them into the Isle of the Lost to contain them there. And then for 40 years they were stuck on that isle until basically the Beauty and the Beast's son, he basically decides for his first proclamation, that is to make it so the children of the Isle can come and live in Oradon with them. They respond pretty drastically, but basically he then picks who's going to be the first people to go to Oradon. He says that they're the ones who need his help the most, which I mostly don't agree on. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be really honest. Maleficent, yeah, okay, I agree with that one. Um, Jafar, I agree with that one. Is the Evil Queen, I agree with that one. Cruella de Vil, no offense to Cameron. Yeah, that hit me hard too. Cruella de Vil wasn't really that bad, but yeah, I really think that they could have put Ursula or somebody who was like better in that spot. But yeah. So they had this big old musical or whatever on the Out of the Lost, and then they got picked, and then basically Maleficent said that they should get the fairy godmother's wand so she could bring good and evil. And then after that, they got transported to the Isle, thinking that they were gonna drive them off the water. And then after that, basically what happened was that um they showed to us that there was no candy on the Isle of the Lost. That sucks. There's no candy, no strawberries, nothing like that. And then they drove onto the barrier, and then they drove to the Isle. And then after that, the first night they played no games. They were like on it. Basically, they went to the museum and tried to grab the wand, but a big old song comes in there with Maleficent and Mal, and then they decide to go to the wand, whatever. So they go to the wand, and then Jay makes this little smile. Jay makes this little smile, and then basically there's a force field and an alarm. So then they all are upset at him because they have to go to school the next day. So then they then they then go to the track field. They make a love spell for Ben because they figure out that for his coronation, his girlfriend gets to be up front, and they need to grab the wand. So yeah. So then after that, what happens is that oh god, what happens? They go on a date, and then Ben asks Mal the L word, whatever. Um, and she says she doesn't know what that feels like. And then basically he says, "Okay, I can teach you." So then after that, what happens is that what happens is that I lost my train of thought. Crap. After that, they go to the coronation, and then Jane, daughter of, I said her name right? Yeah, Jane, daughter of the fairy godmother, basically takes the wand from her mother, and then tries to make herself beautiful, even though she already is. Um, and then she accidentally blasts a hole into the aisle, leaving Maleficent to be able to escape. Maleficent thinking that Mal, her daughter, who stole the fairy godmother's wand, then comes in and then screams obnoxiously, "I'm back!" All that stuff. She was the perfect character for Maleficent, by the way. She had like those good cheekbones. Anyway, so basically, then Mal uses her magic to get the wand from Maleficent, and then Mal gets some magic from Maleficent and whatever. And then after the, and then okay, so Mal gets the magic from her mother or whatever. Her mother says you're being obnoxious, and then she becomes obnoxious. And then her mother turns into a dragon, basically always targets Jay. And then she breathes fire at him. He runs away, and then Evie, daughter of Evil Queen, shines a bright light at him. It shines a bright light, and then hits Maleficent in the eye, causing the dragon to fall down. Mal says this spell, which is I love it. It go the strength of evil is good as none. What stands before four hearts as one. Yeah, that's a good spell. Anyway, so basically, then they start having this dance number, and then all the villains, Evil Queen, Cruella, the Village of Jafar, they're still on the aisle, whatever. So then it jumps to the second movie, which is like 6 months after, not in real life, but 6 months after in the movie. In the movie clip. So basically, what happens is that Mal is being judged, and then she has blonde hair. She has blonde hair now. She's being, which I thought was her real hair, but that looked pretty convincing. Anyway, so then basically Mal is being judged, and she can't handle the pressure of becoming a princess. She cries, saying I don't belong here, stuff like that. And then she drives off to the aisle, and then goes back to basically her home. And then Dizzy, she did a good job of Drizzle's daughter. Focus. All right, so basically, then Dizzy is the daughter of Gisela. She did a really good job. So anyway, basically what happens is that she gets Mal makeover. She has bangs and then purple hair, which looks really cool. And then she goes to her room. Evie, Ben, Jay, and Carlos decide to drive off and go get her. And dude can talk now. And then basically, but Audrey took a vacation. Anyway, so basically, then Harry kidnaps Ben, and then he takes him back. He takes him back to Uma, which is the daughter of Ursula. And then basically, after that, what happens is that Mal arm wrestles Uma, and then Uma wins at the end. And then basically after that, what happens? Uma says that if Mal brings her back to Fairy Godmother's wand, basically what will happen is that she will give back Ben. So Mal goes back to no, even all them goes back to Ordon, and then basically they get this copier. They get this copier to copy the Fairy Godmother's wand. So they go back to the aisle. Uma is on a bunch of ships that are crashed together, and it is really cool. And then basically, oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. Ben offers Afir for Uma to come to Ordon. Uma says no, that she wants to get there by her own. And then after that, basically what happens is that Mal, you would think that they would think that since there's no magic on the owl, why would the fairy godmother's wand work? So basically, well, I guess because the fairy godmother's force field is the thing that keeps them there, so it might be the only thing that works. Whatever. Basically, so Duke can already talk, and then Uma says, "How do I know you're not faking?" And the Mao says a fake spell, such as a fake one, on the dog, and then the dog talks. And then basically after that, what happens is that Uma thinks the wand is real. She said this cool spell, by the power of the sea, tear it down and set it free. And then she realizes that it's a fake one, breaks it in half, and then they all try to get Ben off the ship, and then they run. They return back to Oridon. Ben and Mal are having troubles, and then basically after that, they have this big old party. They have this big old party, and they start dancing. They start dancing or whatever, and then Uma. Turns out that Uma actually has Mal left her book, the spell book, and then Uma gets off the isle somehow. So basically, after that, Uma tries a love spell on Ben, and then after that, basically Mal breaks her with True Love's kiss. Uma jumps off the boat and become I don't know what it's called. I will look it up later, but Uma becomes that thing where she's like a half octopus, like a mother. And then basically she's in the water, and then Mal turns into a dragon, which no one knew that she could do before, but that's a cool power down. So Mal flies off, starts breathing fire on Uma, and then Uma and Mal have this big old fight, and then water splashes on the ship and stuff like that. And then after the fight, they all have a big old dance, and it's cool. And basically, that's how I want my wedding, honestly. But basically, then after that, basically what happens is that I think it's a year after. I'm not entirely sure what the time is, but Mal is paranoid and says Uma could still be out there. And then Ben basically proposes to Mal in front of everybody, in front of the exact same spot that they met. And then after that, basically Audrey's back. Audrey's back from her vacation, and then basically she dyes her hair blonde and green and pink and I did not like that hair, but it did not look good on her. But then she has this cool like villain outfit. It's really cool. But basically, then she starts crying at the spell book, and then she sings a song called "The Queen of Me." Is really cool. But anyway, then she grabs Maleficent's scepter, and then I think I'll keep my fan theories in another video, or I can do it in this video, but add more. If I do it in this video, it's probably gonna be like later because the night it's like 9 o'clock. So I could probably do it like 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Anyway, so basically, so what was that? Yeah, Audrey grabs Maleficent scepter, and then she says this cool spell slash rap slash song, and there's something is pulling me. It's so magnetic, my body is moving. I'm sure where I'm headed. All of my senses have left me. The fence of the darkness around me is promising vengeance. The price that I'm willing to pay is expensive. There's nothing to lose when you're lonely and friendless. So my only interest is showing this princess that I and my reign will be endless. Basically, yeah, I pretty much got all the songs locked in my brain. So basically, Audrey is wasting no time. Jane did not invite her to her birthday, so Audrey also got some new hair, and that looked really cool on her. But anyway, so basically, Audrey got the scepter, and she really got the hang of it, and then she drops it in on Jane's birthday, and then sends everybody off to sleep, and then Jane jumps into the enchanted lake, and then basically like swims in it, and then avoids the sleeping spell. Audrey goes away with Chad. He was a coward in this movie. I'm sorry, he was a coward. Anyway, so basically she goes with Chad, and then she gets really angry. All of a sudden, just throws her like this glass bowl that was holding pears at him. That was funny. Anyway, basically what happens after that is that Mal goes back to the owl because she says no. Before that, Audrey turns Mal into an old hag, and then she disappears. And then Mal goes off to the isle with her friends, riding on boats. For an 80-year-old lady, if she could fit into her leather suit and then drive on a bike. That is cool. That is really good. Anyway, so basically, then they drive to the isle, and then it turns out that the scepter or Audrey spell is broken because of some people think, I'm not gonna say think because I don't know for sure, but it's like some people think that okay, so True Love's kiss can break the spell. The Maleficent scepter, she says the only thing that could be more powerful than the scepter is Hades' ember, but then people say that how come the old hag thing was broken out of the thing. I think it's because that's not because Maleficent's scepter. I think it only like I think it worked for Maleficent. Like it was more powerful for Maleficent. But sorry, my bad. It's in the background. I think it was more powerful for Maleficent because that's her scepter. But since Audrey used it, I think like it was okay. It was like just like a simple wand. So basically, at the end, there's no magic on the out. So as soon as Miles stepped into the thing, it broke. Like the spell broke. It didn't like just turn off. It broke. So basically, Mal is normal again. She goes back to Hades, and they drop this huge bombshell on us, telling her that it's her dad. Hades is her dad, and that's really cool. Maleficent and Hades. Oh my god. So basically, after that, they have this big old song, and I'm not gonna say it's my favorite song. It's probably like my third favorite. No, fourth favorite song. But anyway, after that, basically, this song got a lot of singing in it. The fifth song is my fifth song because my first one is Queen of Meme, second one is Night's Fall, third one is One Kiss, fourth one is My Once Upon a Time, and then fifth one is gonna be Do What You Gotta Do. Yeah. So basically, then Hades gives her the ember, and then Bao basically goes off, and then at the very last minute, before the hour was about to close, Harry and Gil jump through, and they have these cool new suits. Harry and Gil jump through, and then they basically Jay and Carlos are pushing them back, and then Bao it drops the ember, and then she grabs it before it can fall off the bridge, and then Harry basically accidentally knocks it over, and then it flies into the water. But Hades says before that, do not let the ember get wet. So basically, before that happens, Uma gripped it with her tentacle, and then she did that thing. It was so funny. And then she got out. Then she said that the only way that she'll give Mal back the ember is if she let all the kids who want to get off the aisle leave. So basically, Mal says yes, which that she should have done already. Oh yeah, I almost a big old thing. He tried to escape the first time, but then this was at the beginning of the movie. Mal offers that she should keep they should close the barrier off forever, and that is kind of selfish of her, but whatever. So back to this thing, Evie tries to make a compromise, saying that maybe we should all be friends. And then they completely ignore her and then walk off, and then go to Ordon. They notice that everybody in Ordon is asleep. Then a couple of minutes later, Audrey goes to Ben and offers for her to be his queen, for her to be his girlfriend again, and then he says no. That she turns into a beast, and then they have a sword fight with knights, and then Mal breaks the spell by they have really good spells in these movies. Basically, she's saying like the spell. She says, oh my god, I forgot the spell. She says, suit of armor strong and true, make this metal buster move. So basically, when she says that the knights they do all these dances, all those dances, and then the knights fall, which is the song, which is my I think I said my second favorite. Yeah, it is my second favorite song. Anyways, so basically after that, right after that, Ben gets sprayed with enchanted lake water from Jane, and then he becomes a regular human again, except that he has a beard and he has fangs, which is cool. So then they come to the cabin, and then Miles says, "Oh, I can get used to this," and then stuff like that, and everybody's all buddy buddy, and then basically after that, they leave. They go and find Chad in Audrey's cottage that they think she's gonna be. She's not there, so they go and find Chad. Then he's closed up in the closet crying. So he runs off, saying that he's free and stuff like that. And then they walk off, and it's nighttime. And then they say that Ben says that basically how did they become team up? How did they become partners and stuff like that? And then Evie says, "Oh, Mal said that she's gonna let all the kids off the aisle." And then basically Mel says, "Oh yeah, I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you something about that." Like they will not stop helping you from after that happened. Basically, so then Mel says the kids won't be leaving the aisle because the kids won't be leaving the aisle. The program's being shut down. So then Uma gets really angry and then she walks off. She said, "I should have known." Well, she walks off, and then oh my god, I did not say her name. Celia, Dr. Facilier. She has an awesome evil laugh, by the way. Celia basically she gets Miles Ember, well Hades Ember, and then throws it into this well filled water, and then so no more Ember. Miles says regain your might and ignite. It doesn't work. So basically after that, Mal basically after that she starts crying, and then Evie starts saying, "What about all those kids?" And then they get struck by Audrey, and then basically they turn to stone. So then Mal busts out his song, sings "My Once Upon a Time," which is a really good song. I love the end mostly. And then Mal turns into a dragon, and then fights Audrey. But Mal is not. Mal's dragon form is not more powerful than Audrey's spells. And then Audrey strikes her with lightning. So then Mal, like, boom, boom. I was like, whoa. So basically after that, Mal falls down, and then Uma helps her say, "I'm right here, girl. We're gonna help you." Blah blah blah. And then basically she's like, "We're getting you my ignite," and then the spell works. I'll tell you about my fan theories later too. So basically Uma says, "We're getting your might and ignite." So after that, oh my god. Okay, after that, basically, what happens is that basically what happens is that oh my god, my brain hurts. Mal basically takes down Audrey with the Ember in dragon form, and then Mal saves Celia, and then all that stuff, and then Audrey is down. Basically, Mal kills Audrey basically by going too overboard, and then they take Hades off the aisle, and then they make him so he brings Audrey back to life, and then basically after that they apologize to Audrey, which I think they should have done a long time ago. They apologize to Audrey, and then after that, basically what happens is that Mal gives Hades a kiss, and then he gives her the Ember, and then he goes back. They take him back to the Isle, and then Mal says that she cannot be just queen of Ordon; she has to be queen of the Isle. So basically, Mal goes and breaks the barrier for good, like completely destroys the barrier, and then everybody goes on this unsafe bridge that I was so scared that one of them was gonna fall off, and then they go to the bridge or whatever, and then they all sing this song. I did not like that song honestly, but it was okay. I guess it was okay. It wasn't my top 5, but it was okay. And then yep, that was the end of the movie. In my opinion, I really liked the movie. I honestly I've been watching the movies like on the day that it like something bad would happen on the day that I watched the movies. Like first I think the first time I watched the movie I was at my grandmother's house. And then basically what happened was that there was a storm on the day that it was there. Like there was a storm or something where we were, and then it was just started glitching out, and I was just getting so mad. And then I had to wait like 4 more hours in order to watch it again. And then the second time we were in the middle of a hurricane. We was not the second time I watched the first movie. The second movie, we was in the middle of a hurricane at my aunt's house, and then it just started glitching out. I was getting so mad, but we got most of it. And then the third time, nothing really happened at the third time except that my cousin kicked the TV on accident during the night's fall, and then it's like boom, TV fell. So we had to go all the way to my grandmother's room to finish the movie. So yeah, overall it was a really good movie though. So honestly, there are some powers that some of the VKs should have had that I think would have been cool. But honestly, these are gonna be powers that like these are gonna be powers that oh my god. These are gonna be powers that they should have inherently because of who they are. So I'm gonna be doing like a whole family tree. And then I'm also gonna be doing oh my god, I'm gonna be doing a whole family tree, and then I'm gonna do who I think their parents are and the reason why they don't have these powers. So basically, let's start with Mao. Mao, she basically has fairy magic because her mother is a fairy, and then she was able to wield fairy godmother's wand. Um, but she was also the daughter of Hades. So basically, she was also the daughter of Hades. So she should be immortal. No, sorry, not immortal, because the children of in Greek myths, the children of the gods were demigods, and they were not immortal. No, no, they were not. So basically, then what happened was that so Mao would be a demigod, but in the books that I read, like Percy Jackson books, Rick Riordan, and stuff like that, Mao should have like some powers of Hades. Like she shouldn't just be able to make spells. That shouldn't be it. And I know she was able to control like the Ember because she's 50%. But she should also be able because like there was this one guy named Miko. He was a son of Hades, so, and he was able to talk to the dead. He was able to talk to the dead. That's pretty much it. That all he could do, and he had this big old guard dog. Yeah. So Mao should also be able to summon blue fire or something, or like something that resembles that, and like be able to control spirits and stuff like that. So that would be cool to see. But Uma, Uma basically has like all the powers that her mom has and more. But honestly, for Uma, I'm gonna do a little family tree right here. So basically, Uma is I said mother. Uma is the daughter of Ursula, but she's but I think that because there was this fan fiction going around that Uma was also the daughter of Hades because 50 and 50 if Mao and Uma together equals the Ember. So she would be Hades. I don't think that she's necessarily uh daughter of Hades, but I think that she is like a daughter of another Greek myth god. And I honestly think that the Greek myth god is Triton because Triton he was also a demigod. So like he was like I think Hades was his uncle. So that means that he would be able to use the Ember, I would think. And I know there's like a fan theory going around that Ursula and Triton are brother and sisters, but I don't really know that, so I'm just gonna say that it's Triton because Triton also has magic of the sea, and then Ursula seems to be way more powerful than her mom because she can also control things on land. So yeah, I think that Ursula's the daughter of Ursula is the daughter. I said Ursula's the daughter. Oh my god. Uma is the daughter of Ursula and Triton. So that would make her and Mal cousins. That would also make Mal and Uma cousins with Ariel and Hercules. So yeah. I think that Jafar is not Jay's. I think Jafar isn't Jay's father. Because if my memory is correct, in both the Aladdin movies, live action, and I did a video on that. Please go to that video. Basically, oh my god, Jafar. He was like the one at the end of the movie. He turned into a genie. He wished that he was a genie, and then he got transported to a lamp. No one took his powers away. He was a genie, so he should have been like a big old like powerful genie in the beginning of the movie. So as soon as Jay crossed that bridge, he should have became like a genie and like had genie powers. But that wasn't the case. So I really think that Jafar stole Jay from Aladdin and Princess Jasmine. Yeah. And honestly, Cruella de Vil, she had okay, Cruella de Vil in some movies that I've watched and some episodes that I watched and Once Upon a Time, she was able to like breathe, and then animals would like do her bidding. So Carlos should have had that power, and that would have been really cool to see. But he doesn't. And then I honestly think that Carlos' mother is also somebody who had to either have fear of animals or had like something like some he had something that followed Carlos, Um, but yeah, maybe it was one of the minions. Basically, so that's all the ones who should have powers. Ben, it would have been cool to see Ben turn. I mean, he turned into a beast at the movie, but that's because he was cursed by Audrey. So like, it would be cool to see him like become a beast whenever he wants. So he'd be like a werewolf in the movie. That'd be cool. But yeah, and then so that will be a wrap of the review and then fan theories, whatever. Yeah, overall I really like the movie. And I hope that they make a D3. I said D3, D4. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe, and comment down this video what you guys like about Descendants, and then comment down what videos you would like me to do, and then I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye.